Uncut Squad, salute to God, the Most High, the creator of everything. Everything, y'all. All right. And one time, and we gonna leave that there, you know, 2 salutes to the G.O.D. This is very important. And y'all might hear my GPS going off, you know, headed to handle some business. But it was like imperative, man, like super important that I touch this. So, you know, I think a majority of my followers are women. So women, here's what y'all call some tea. And if you a man, here's what we're gonna call a cold one. But I need to talk to all of the conscious, spiritual, those who are open-minded, those who are diverse. So I get a phone call, you know, people know what I do. They know I do YouTube and things like that, you know. So locally I get calls, I get emails, all this stuff, you know. So I actually entertained a call today, actually just less than an hour ago. And wow, man, to figure that there's still this type of activity going on in 2025, this is unbelievable. So here's the cold one, fellas. Ladies, here's your tea. All right. So it turns out one of the greatest kids you can imagine. All right. One of the greatest kids you can imagine. And I know this kid personally because he's been a friend of the family for, you know, for a minute now. You know, all of the younger people in my family even hang out with him. So all this guy does is go to school and go to work. Happy fella. He's the type of person you would have to literally tell, hey man, you don't eat everything somebody give you. You know what I'm saying? Real friendly kid, man. Real friendly kid. Great guy. All right. So, of course, the kid I'm talking about happens to be a black guy right now. And my apologies for bringing race into it, but I have no way around it right now. And I'm actually putting this out here for, you know, your opinions. You know, I know how my subscribers are. I know y'all have conscious minds. I know that we are God-fearing people. So I want to make y'all aware of what's going on. I feel like this is my duty. Going over a railroad, I had to hold my phone. All right. So this great kid I was just referencing had a best friend who lived close. And his best friend, well, was not black. Okay? He was non-black. See how hard I'm trying to avoid this whole race thing? Because y'all know I'm diverse. I love everybody. All right. But when we got to talk about it, we got to talk about it, right? So long story short, you know, they go to the same school from what the parents are telling me. And one of the teachers told the good kid, the black kid, I feel so bad having to say this, the black kid, that, you know, he's the smartest kid in the class. And I'm guessing that they said this in front of everyone.
GPS signal lost.
I'm guessing that they said this in front of everyone. And, well, you know, everyone's not going to just take that nonchalantly, you know. So this friend happens to be in his class. This friend happens to be one of the people who really didn't like what they heard. This friend makes up a story to get back at him, a lie, saying that this guy, I guess, jumped on him at a park. This guy and another accomplice or whatnot jumped on him at a park around 3:30 Sunday afternoon. All right, this is what the parents are giving me. And they provided proof. They provided proof. This thing gets deep, y'all. Listen to this. So the parents have an attorney, all right, and the person's job is in contact with the juvenile right now. I knew that was going to happen. Excuse me, ladies and gentlemen, excuse me. But I am, you know, doing this hands-free. I'm just using my phone right now. Excuse me. So the kid's job is is actually has him on camera there. From what I gather, they had a meeting at work scheduled for like maybe 6. This guy had nothing better to do, loves his job, he's a young kid, loves working. So he actually showed up around maybe 3 that afternoon, Sunday afternoon. Now keep in mind that his ex-best friend said that him and another accomplice jumped on him at around 3:30 Sunday afternoon. Well, the boss has a time clock and a camera that says this kid showed up to work early and he was there by 3. How does this make sense? We're now being informed that this kid is going to be released from the juvenile facility on the 21st of this month. Now, some may look at that and say, well, that's good. But I'm looking at it like, released from doing what? If the boss has this information and the boss is reaching out and the parent evidently knows what a child was, because this is a very responsible kid, I'm telling you. You know, he's like a rare commodity in our community, you know what I'm saying? Like, he's going to be something great. Why is he still in order? I mean, like, locked up? And a bigger question is, how can you take one person's word with no independent witness and then just knock on someone's door and lock up someone's child based on what someone said with no proof? Y'all, I'm being told, and they sent me pictures, that the kid only has a scratch on his wrist. If you just got jumped by 2 people and you said they beat you and stumped you, is what the kid said in the police report, where are the rest of your bruises, ladies and gentlemen? Are we dealing with a racial issue here, ladies and gentlemen? Are we dealing with profiling, false imprisonment? You know, are we dealing with this type of stuff still in 2025? And the reason I didn't want to make this about race is because evidently this guy's bosses are non-black too, and they're coming to his rescue. But how do you give the order to incarcerate an innocent kid with absolutely no record, you know, no evidence of wrongdoing, a kid that wouldn't take an orange off of your tree without knocking on your door and asking you for it? You know, how do you give that order, that warrant to be executed and not get the other party's side? But yet you say we're innocent to proven guilty. Somebody make that make sense to me. And I hope the parents sue everybody. I hope the parents sue the pants off of everybody. You know, this county needs it. This county needs it. You know, we are still this far behind where I live in 2025. And I know I don't talk about this a lot, y'all. And it's not something I really want to be talking about now. But like I said, like, even I've known this kid forever. You know what I mean? Even I've known this kid forever. And I know of his friend. And I can't believe that his friend would actually do something like that. I can't believe the parents would follow up with it like that. It seems like the whole wrist thing was self-inflicted. And it actually seems like the mom, you know, and the parents are playing along with this. Why? Because someone acknowledged him as being one of the smartest kids in the class, one of the most brilliant students that they've ever had the pleasure of teaching. Are we serious? Shouldn't we applaud that? You know, shouldn't we commend that? I'm not understanding the energy here, and I definitely do not understand the motive. I do not understand the justice system. You know, I don't understand how. Do you understand you're traumatizing a kid? You're traumatizing a kid who has never done anything wrong, don't know nothing about the street life. You know, come on, man. And you're traumatizing him now. You have this guy locked up. You have this guy locked up. And I'm wondering how this is justifiable. I would really want to know, how is this justifiable, ladies and gentlemen? You know? So, if we have you on camera at work around 3 p.m. Sunday, and someone, you know, figuratively makes up a story. Figuratively, I had to prove that I can say it, y'all. Makes up a lie, saying that, you jumped on them at 3:30 Sunday afternoon. Which one has more truth? The camera and the boss that can prove that this guy was clocked in and there at their facility? Or I want to say the racist individual who's jealous because maybe their kid isn't as smart as this kid and makes up a lie that this kid jumped on them and has their whole life ruined. Imagine being acknowledged for your brilliance, your genius, when lots of people figure we have very low IQs anyways. Then think about the old days to where we weren't allowed to be smart. And if someone knew that we were smarter than them, it was trouble, right? Imagine that in 2025. We are still doing that, and our justice system is still entertaining this. This is appalling. To that family, I hope you get the justice you're seeking. To that kid, hold on, be strong, hold your head high. Hold your head high. This too shall pass. And man, totally unbelievable. Well, y'all, get your one-on-one. Get your one-on-one. Get your one-on-one with your higher power, man. I can't believe this is still happening in 2025, man. What a great kid, man. And this is such a bad example, And I've heard this kid even talking about wanting to be a first responder. I wonder if this is going to change his mind. Y'all stay prayed up, stay blessed up, stay meditated up, stay protected, stay real, stay conscious, stay uncut, be inspired, be great. And just like God made you, be you. Y'all hit me up in the comment box. Let me know what you think about this. Ashe.